If you've been a part of this thing we call APA for very long, you've come to realize it's about more than just pool. There are countless stories of lives that have been impacted by the power of APA. Here is one of those stories. It was business as usual down in Louisiana as the NOLA APA of Greater New Orleans was hosting one of their big tournaments. Suddenly, the normal subdued volume of tournament room was interrupted by a loud commotion. Thinking someone needed a referee, or perhaps there was a dispute over a ruling, league operators Darren and Stacy Dawsett soon realized this was something far more serious. This is Lawrence Callahan, a member of the APA down in New Orleans. Lawrence had suddenly lost consciousness and collapsed to the floor. As the location called 911, the APA staff got on the microphone and made a plea to anyone in the room that might have medical training who could come to Lawrence's aid. Enter Matt Martinez and George Burnetts III, firefighters by day, pool players by night. As it happened, both had been scheduled to be at the firehouse that day. But as fate would have it, they'd taken vacation time to compete in the event. Matt and George would heed the call for help, and they rushed to Lawrence's side. They immediately began administering CPR to Lawrence. As one of the firefighters kept his airways open, the other was repeatedly performing chest compressions in a desperate bid to save Lawrence's life. Matt and George were able to stabilize Lawrence enough to get him into the care of paramedics and ultimately to the hospital alive. As it turned out, Lawrence had suffered a heart attack and had to have 3 stents placed in his heart. But he survived, thanks in large part to his fellow league members who had rushed to his side. Without them immediately coming to Lawrence's aid, he would not have survived. The prayers of his fellow league members had been answered. Lawrence and George would go on to qualify for the World Pool Championships in Las Vegas. They, along with Matt, sat down to talk with us about this life-changing experience.
Oh, it feels great, you know. They're like my brothers, you know. So being home by myself, I'd have died. That's how I look at it. I would have died. Everybody said the same thing. Nobody would have been there to help you.
They dragged him there. He wasn't going to go. He wasn't shooting that day. He was like, I'm not going. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
They begged him to come.
Darren told me to go.
So, I mean, he's there. You know, both of us, same situation. Both of us had to take off of work, burn a little bit of personal time. That's less time we get with our family, but we wanted to do it for our team, our second family. And so, you know, after it's all said and done, it's a big deal. It really is. I mean, we've both been put in that situation before. We've been successful and we failed. And, you know, sometimes it's, like we said, sometimes things just really all happen for a reason. And we're really glad that we can both be there, and we're glad he made it there that day so we can change his life.
At the time, I had mixed feelings after, like, that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm trained to do it. That's what I'm meant to do. And then I started just feeling maybe I was put there that day to help this man.
I think pool. I really do think people are more generous at pool, playing pool. You know, I never met so many nice people, you know.
We do get a lot of questions on where people can get CPR trained. My best bet would be to contact your local fire department or police department and ask them to assist you in getting signed up for a class. Like civilian CPR has come a long way, and it's becoming easier and easier actually. Just a few techniques, not a lot of things you got to look for, and you can potentially save a life like we did.
Here's to Matt, George, and of course Lawrence for sharing this special story. We hope you agree, APA is about more than just pool.